Yo, listen, I need you to stop whatever you are doing right now because what I am about to tell you is genuinely one of the wildest 24 hours in celebrity news we have had in a long time. We are talking about a sold-out concert, an after party, cameras catching something nobody was supposed to see, and then one man on the other side of the country watching all of it unfold in real time and completely losing his mind over it. And that man, he just got out of hospital, he owes half the industry money, and he still could not help himself. Stay with me because by the end of this video, your jaw is going to be on the floor. Alright, so before we get into what happened last night, we need to rewind because if you do not know the backstory, this is not going to hit the way it should. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. For anyone who needs the refresher, these two went public, had a baby together, baby Brim, born November last year, and for a minute, it genuinely looked like Cardi had found her person. Like this was different from the Offset situation. This felt real. But then, cracks started showing. Around Super Bowl time, word got out that Diggs had invited one of his other baby mothers to the game. Cardi did not post a paragraph, she did not go on live, she just gave the man the coldest side eye you have ever seen, said good luck with zero emotion, and walked off camera. Bro, that walk off said everything without saying anything. The internet took that as confirmation that they were done. And then there is Offset, her estranged husband, father of 3 of her children, a man who has been cheating on Cardi throughout their entire marriage, embarrassing her publicly, and on top of all of that, has a gambling problem so bad that multiple casinos have come out publicly saying he owes them serious money. We are talking a Detroit casino confirming he borrowed $200,000 in 2023 and could not even cover it. Ebro said he owes him $5,000. Des Bryant said he owes him $10,000. The man is down catastrophically bad financially. And yet, despite all of that, despite getting shot outside a Florida casino just days ago and being hospitalized, Offset still has one eye permanently on Cardi B. Remember that detail. It becomes very important later. Okay, so here's where things start moving. Cardi B is in the middle of her Little Miss Drama tour, and last night she had a stop in Washington, D.C. Packed venue, big show, Kesha Cole was even in the building. But trust me, Kesha Cole was not who anybody was talking about by the time the night was over, because Stefon Diggs showed up, and not by himself. Bro pulled up with his entire family. His mom was there, his brother was there, his sister was there, his trainer was there. They had a full suite packed out, and they were locked in for the whole show. His trainer even posted to his Instagram story mid-performance giving Cardi her flowers, letting everyone know she was putting on a show. Now here's the detail that I keep coming back to. Hours before the concert even started, Diggs posted to his spam Instagram account, Big Fish, with a caption that was giving nothing but top dog energy, like he was quietly signaling to anyone paying attention that he was going to be in that building and he was not hiding. No cap, that is a calculated move. That is a man who wanted Cardi to know he was coming, and Cardi performed that whole show, did her thing, gave the crowd everything, but you already know she clocked him up in that suite. There is absolutely no way she did not see him sitting there with his whole family watching her perform. Alright, stay with me because here is where it gets crazy. After the show, there was an after party, and Stefon Diggs and his crew were there too. Him and his brother were moving through the crowd. Cardi was moving through the same crowd with cups in her hand, and at this point, anyone with eyes could see where this night was heading. Now, cameras were set up outside when people started leaving, and this is the moment. This is what the entire internet woke up talking about this morning. Cardi B left that after party with Stefon Diggs. Not in the same direction, not at the same time coincidentally. She walked out, got into his car, passenger seat, and they pulled off together into the DC night. Bro, the comment sections everywhere went absolutely nuclear. People were shocked, people were screaming, some people were genuinely upset like this personally affected their life, and I am still trying to work out why anyone is surprised. The man showed up with his mom. His sister wore a whole supportive outfit. Did you think Cardi was going to wave goodbye from the stage and go back to the hotel alone after all of that?
Is Cardi B back with her man? Because her and Stefon Diggs were locked in D.C. last night. As y'all know, yesterday Cardi B performed in Washington, D.C. and reports are saying that Stefon Diggs, the father of her youngest son, was deep at the Capital One Arena Center last night, had all his family and friends there. But after the concert was much more telling because Cardi had an after party at a club called Social. And at the end of the night, photographers caught Stefon Diggs getting into a white car. And minutes later, they captured Cardi B not getting into that black truck, but also getting into that same white car that it looked like Stefon Diggs was driving. For Easter, Cardi B said that their son was with his side of the family. We've seen Stefon Diggs delete all of his posts on his page. We've seen the girl that was at Super Bowl pre. She had a birthday recently. He was nowhere around. And the other baby mama, KJ, has not posted him or anything like that as well. So has Stefon Diggs learned a lesson and is trying to get back in favor with Cardi B by starting all over and letting go of all these women? Is Cardi B giving Stefon Diggs another chance? Or is she just being amicable because they have a son? Have a good day. Drop it in the comments.
And as she was walking to the car, somebody in the crowd decided it was a great idea to ask her about Offset being shot. Right there, on camera, in that moment. In Cardi's face, she looked at that person like they had just spoken to her in a completely different language. The expression said everything. Who is that man, and why are you asking me about him right now? She did not entertain it for a single second. Now the footage of Cardi getting into Stefon's car starts spreading everywhere, and opinions are split straight down the middle. One side is fully here for it. They are saying Cardi has a soft spot for Diggs that she has never had for anyone else, not even Offset at his best. And honestly, when you look at the evidence, it is hard to argue with that. This whole tour, she had been very publicly in her feelings about Diggs and her performances, and yet the second he physically shows up with his whole family, she gets in his car. That is not a woman who is over the situation. That is a woman who has been waiting for him to show up. The other side is more cautious. They are pointing to the baby number 8 reports that started circulating online, but we will get to that in a second, because first we need to talk about Offset, and this is the part of the story that nobody is fully clocking the way they should be. So while all of this DC footage is going viral, while people are sharing the clip of Cardi getting into Stefon's car, Offset is watching, and bro could not hold it together. He posted a car crash image to his page. No caption, nothing, just the image. Right at the exact moment the footage was spreading everywhere. Now some people are going to say that is a coincidence, that it was a random post, but think about the timing. This man just got out of hospital after being shot outside a casino. He owes money to what feels like every casino in the United States. Multiple people in the industry have publicly said he owes them money personally. He is financially in pieces. He has a restraining order against him filed by Cardi. And despite all of that, despite everything he is dealing with, the moment Cardi B gets into another man's car, he is on his phone posting car crash images. Here is where it gets really serious, and I need you to pay attention to this part. When you have a person who is obsessed with someone, who is financially desperate, who feels like they have nothing left to lose, that is when situations stop being messy and start being genuinely dangerous. That is not me being dramatic, that is just reality. And multiple people who cover this story have flagged that the Offset situation needs to be taken seriously, not just treated as drama. Okay, wait for it, because just when you thought this story could not get any more complicated, here comes the final layer. Right around the same time the DC footage is going viral, reports drop that Stefon Diggs has just welcomed his 8th child, baby number 8, with a woman named Tiffany, originally from Germany, based in Houston. She had been keeping the pregnancy completely private for weeks. No posts, no hints, nothing, until the night of the DC concert, the night the footage of Cardi and Diggs leaving together starts spreading. And suddenly, Tiffany drops the full pregnancy reveal, the pictures, the sonograms, everything. The theory going around, and honestly it makes sense, is that she had been sitting on this news protecting Diggs, keeping it quiet, but then she saw the footage and something in her snapped.
Stefon Diggs allegedly welcomes baby number 8, okay? This new woman is called Tiffany Ray. She initially comes from Germany and now she lives in Houston, allegedly, okay? And she's come out with a random post and just basically saying that she kept everything private. Also, people that's close to her are allegedly confirming this as well. Cardi was seen not too long ago saying that she will not get back with Stefon Diggs if he has a new baby. But they were seen together last night after her concert. So everybody's assuming or speculating if they're back together. Now, I don't think it confirms that they're back together. They do have a child together. They could be meeting each other for any reason. Maybe Cardi wanted a quick fling because these men are the easiest thing to get. They're just so easy. They're always on standby. So maybe that's what it was. Or they had childcare arrangements. Maybe they was making their way to the nanny. You just never know. Do you know what I mean? Especially when people have kids together. But let me know your thoughts about this, guys. Do you guys think it's crazy? At this stage, it seems as though anybody can get knocked up by Stefon Diggs. People are probably in a queue in his DM.
Now here is why this matters so much. A source close to Cardi previously said she gave Diggs a hard ultimatum before the Super Bowl. If another woman came out pregnant, they were finished. Baby Brim was born in November, which means if this Tiffany pregnancy is confirmed, these two pregnancies were happening at the same time. So the question now is not just whether Cardi and Diggs are back together. The question is whether Cardi knows. And if she does know, what does that say about where her head is at right now? Here is my take, and I am going to be straight with you. Cardi B got into that man's car in DC. His mom was at the concert. His sister was repping him in the crowd. That is not a coincidence, and that is not nothing. Whether they are fully official or whether this is two people still figuring it out, something is clearly still there. Offset posting that car crash image tells you everything you need to know about where his head is at, and that to me is the most concerning part of this whole story. As for baby number 8, that is the wild card that could change everything depending on what Cardi knows and what she decides to do with that information. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think they are genuinely back together? And do you think Offset crossed the line with that post? Subscribe, because when this develops, and it will, you want to be here.